We're back out here at the OSU Student Farm, and joining me today is one of my favorite people, Ray Campbell, former host of Oklahoma Gardening.
Good to be here. Good to be here, Casey.
Thank you so much. And you're going to redeem yourself a little bit, right? We're going to find us a ripe watermelon today. We're not live, don't worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. Okay, yeah. But as you saw in the clip earlier, this was way back, not long after Oklahoma Gardening first started, back in the mid '70s or maybe even early '80s, and we were doing the show at OETA on the tabletop demonstration, and they were showing how to do a ripe watermelon, how to choose a watermelon that was ripe, and I only had one watermelon. And I didn't have a chance to redo it. And I went through all the signs of what makes a ripe watermelon ripe to the eye and to the feel. And then we cut the watermelon, and lo and behold, it wasn't ripe.
And we got a few backups here.
Yeah, I've got some backups today. So
the good thing about it being live, though, is there's no evidence of that tape.
Well, that's good too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So maybe I can redeem myself, because I do know how to choose a good watermelon.
Correct,
I've proved it over and over again. And this is watermelon season still in Oklahoma. It will be for still a few more weeks. It's been a very good year for watermelons. We just recently had the Watermelon Festival in Rush Springs, Oklahoma, the watermelon capital of the world. And so everybody goes down there and takes a look at the melons. With all these melons, how do you know that you're going to get a good ripe watermelon?
Right.
Well, there are some signs that point that way.
Okay.
And one of the signs that we want to look at is the stem. You know, ideally, you'd like to get a watermelon with still some of the stem on it, because that way you have a better chance. If there's still a little curl or tendril on the stem and it's really, really dried up, that's a pretty sure sign that the melon is ripe. And also, the watermelon stem close to the melon itself will have little hairs or fuzzy-like growth on it. If those are still there and very prominent, the watermelon is probably not ripe. It's probably still green.
Because it's still taking up water to make those hydrated, right?
Exactly, yes. And then if it gets smooth, like this one's really smooth, then that watermelon is a good chance that it's ripe.
Okay.
Another thing I like to look at is what they call the ground color. It's where the melon was on the ground. And if that ground color is a nice yellow, smooth look, then that's a good sign that the melon is ripe as well. And you may see some webbing and scarring on the melon itself. And I wasn't really aware of this, but I read from the National Watermelon Board that scarring and webbing that you see on there is really a sign of good pollination. And the more there is of that on the melon, the sweeter the melon's going to be.
So when this is a small ovary in the flower, that bee's in there actually scarring it a little bit.
Scarring it.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's exactly right. And then this happens to be a crimson sweet, and that was the same melon we had in my big fiasco when I had green melon. And I like the crimson sweet because it also tells you something. You can feel the melon, and if the melon is smooth and waxy feeling, it's probably not ripe. But if you feel the melon, run your hand over it, and it's sort of a dull, dry feel and has little ridges on it. The good ripe watermelon will begin to ridge a little bit, like these do. And so, there's a lot of signs you can look for.
And you were talking about the yellow belly, though.
Yes.
So, like on this one, you want to make sure it's not soft.
Exactly.
This one's not soft, but there's a little bit of
but if you look at the one on the end, I think it is down there, you'll see that it's even, the second one, I'm sorry, that one's probably even a little bit more.
Yeah.
And be sure and look at the blossom end. If the blossom end is soft, then that melon is way overripe.
Okay. Yeah, these seem to be good, but this one has a a little insect damage, but not all the way through. But you want to make sure nothing has gone through to the watermelon, right?
Exactly. Check a good, you check it over good, inspect it. And then some people like to hit on it or thump on it and see what it feels like. I don't know, I get different sounds when I do that, so I'm not sure how reliable it is, but some people say, listen for a good hollow sound. If it's real hollow and it bounces back on your hand, bounces back, which this one does, it's probably ripe. If it's real dull and a thud is real dull, it's overripe. Okay. So let's take a look at these, and the best way, though, as I mentioned on my show back in the 70s, the best way to tell if a watermelon is ripe, of course, is the knife test. Okay. And so we get our knife.
So that's the winning one, you think?
This is the winning one. I'm going to try this one. If not, we got something to choose from.
And it's nice when they already sort of crack.
And yeah, they cracked a little bit, so that's a good sign. And I want to thank the people at the Student Farm for growing these melons. You know, that's really a good addition to our daily bread food bank here in Stillwater, because that's look at that.
Look at that.
Beautiful, beautiful watermelon. Good crimson sweet melon, developed by Kansas State University. It's one of the choice watermelons to grow in Oklahoma still. And we'll just tell you what to do. Let's just cut that again. There you go, Casey.
Thank you, sir.
I don't have to work for mine. It came out.
Shall we try it?
Yeah. Cheers to you.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.